Well, this is take number 3. You know, I don't edit my videos much. I cut off the beginning, I cut off the end, and I let it go, guys. Whatever I say, I say. But I am going to make a video here now telling you why I no longer like YouTube comments. And by like, I mean I don't put the little heart next to your comment. And I'm going to tell you why. It seems today, any comment that I put a heart next to, somebody always seems to come along and say, well, you're siding with this, you're siding with that. Nope, I am not. I'm simply giving you an indication that I read your comment by putting a heart. But some people take that all out of context. Oh, you're this, you're that. And then the political things come. Everything has to be political today. I can make a video about little puppies, okay? Innocent little puppies. And somebody has to get on there and and make it political. I hate politics, man. I do not speak about politics for a particular reason. I just don't. There are formats on their genres or what do you call them, niches on YouTube. That's all they talk about is politics. People that subscribe to them and watch them know that's what they talk about. And that's the channel they watch. Okay? I talk about my opinions, everyday life, where I live, things like that. Not one time do I say, well, this president did this and that's bad, or this president did this, or this governor's a jerk. I don't talk about things like that. But yet every time it comes up in every single video in the comments, well, you live out in the country, so you must be MAGA. Or you think this way, you must be a Dem. No, I am neither one of those. And how I vote and who I voted for, well, that's my business. And not you with the blue coffee cup with the too much sugar in the coffee. And not you slicing up on them pancakes right now. And that's way too much syrup. That is why you're a little porky. Okay? You got too much syrup on your pancakes. And yes, I've been told I need teeth. I need to get some dental work. I've been told I've been overweight. Well, I just lost like 119 pounds, guys. How much weight do I need to lose? I mean, I'm 6'1". You know, I think I've done good. I got size 32 waist jeans. Got them on right now, and they're not cutting off my circulation. I know I need teeth. I'll get to that. I don't really care. But yes, those have to go in the comments. I got man boobs, and they're shrinking. Let me tell you, these man boobs are getting smaller by the week. But they are. And I can feel them shrinking because it hurts. I just notice. But I don't need you to comment that, hey, I got this issue, I got that issue. I already know it. You don't think I'm aware of that. Then you got the people, they want to come in there and answer everybody's comments and give them their point of view. After about age 25, probably, we quit being influenced by older people, by anyone in general. We form our own opinions, and there's not much that's going to change that. So if you think you're getting on somebody's comment and disagreeing, you can disagree with people, that's fine. That generates a conversation in there, and I like that. But if you think your comment is going to completely make them do a 180 in the way they think, well, you're mistaken, because it does not do that. If anything, it will anger them and make them worse at what they're talking about. Yes, I like it when you guys get in there and answer each other and bicker around, bicker at each other, but keep it clean, because it goes to a filter. If you use certain words, it goes to a folder called the held folder. I have to go in there like a school teacher, and I got to grade those comments. Are they good? Are they nasty? Are they whatever they are? Can I approve them where they will go back into the population? It's like your comments went to solitary confinement until I deem they are ready to be released. If they're bad enough, I just block the person from the channel. They're not allowed to comment anymore. And by bad enough, I mean, is it attacking somebody? Is the language terrible? Is it just stupid? Because there's a lot of them that are just stupid. They don't deserve to be seen. And I block them. Now, how do you know that you're blocked? Well, you really don't. You really don't, because when you make a comment, your comment goes in the comment section. It's sandwiched between Fred and Mary, and there's your comment. You're waiting for somebody to come, reply to it. Nobody will ever will. Do you know why? Because nobody sees it. You're the only one that sees it. YouTube works magic that way. You can still watch the videos on that channel, but you can never again comment unless that YouTube person takes you out of the block section. And we got the power to do that too. Sometimes I'll get a comment, it somehow makes it through that my comment was deleted. Well, I never seen your comment, okay? Sometimes YouTube takes it upon themselves to delete your comment. Because if it was that bad, who knows? But some comments get thrown in the held section. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no vulgar language. There's no angry tone. They just end up there. And what I think happens there, because I have a subscriber that I've had for years, awesome person, never has made a bad comment, but yet her comments always go to the held section. It could just be a smiley face. They automatically go there. And I think that is because maybe at some point on some other channel, she made a bad comment and got blocked, or YouTube didn't like it. So now every comment on every channel she makes a comment on, it will go to their held section. That's all I can figure out about that, because there's nothing wrong with a lot of these comments that go there. But as you know, we do not have full freedom of speech anymore. We haven't had that for a while. I don't care what anybody says. Things are censored. I said it. A lot of things are censored. But I probably delete 20 comments a day and block people. I try not to block people unless I have to. I can accept criticism. I can accept anger. Do it in a nicer way. You have to think when you comment, is this going to make it into the comment section? Sometimes you won't see your comment show up at all, and sometimes I won't see them show up at all. And then they'll appear a few hours later, somehow slipping by me. That happens. There's a lot of unpredictable things that happen on YouTube. But just keep your comments decent. If you don't, go by the old rule. You don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. Don't say it. Now, a lot of the comments come from the vulgar comments and things. They come from younger people. You can tell by their names and how, older people don't go, bro, bro. Hey, bro. We don't use the word bro. Then I know they're young. But there are some old prunes that are just angry and have been angry all their lives. And they think they're making others' lives miserable by making bad comments, saying things they would never say if they didn't have a keyboard, right? Because that keyboard makes people really brave. Yeah, kind of like alcohol. So you could probably put a keyboard up there with alcohol. The more they get, they got 26, all these letters they got, exclamation sign. Keyboard warriors. We got them. We've had them ever since the internet came out. You didn't see people doing that with typewriters. Well, I don't know. My grandmother said, I'm going to write them a letter. And she did. She was on that typewriter. But then you had to lick it, put it in an envelope, lick a stamp, and mail it. By that time, you might have cooled off and you didn't mail it. I remember them days mailing something. Wish you could get it back out of the mailbox, but you can't. Same with emails. People will send a drunk or an angry email, and there's nothing you can do. I think AOL used to have a feature where you could suck it back in, but they don't have that no more because I don't think there's AOL anymore, is there? I don't know. But sometimes our mouths and our minds get ahead of us. And we say things we don't mean. We say things we shouldn't have said or that we regret later. I try not to do any of those. So if I don't have nothing nice to say, I'll get in the comment. We don't do these for our health. There's another thing that come up the other day. YouTube was having glitches. Okay. For some reason, they were not running ads on influencers videos. Well, that is how we make money on YouTube. Okay. If there's no ads, there's no ad revenue. And they did that on two of my videos with over 30,000. One had, I think it's at 60,000. The other one's at 40,000. No ads. No ads at all. Didn't make a penny on them. Which I've had a dang good month, so I could absorb that. But they said they would fix the problem, and well, then they come back with a letter saying, well, since no ads were run, we don't feel we owe you nothing. That's how business is run today. I think, you want to ask my honest opinion, I think it was a little trick they did to save a few $1,000,000. Yep. Well, let's do this for a few days. I'll probably get my channel banned for this. Let's do this for a few days and save a few $1,000,000. It adds up. Do you know how many influencers are out there making videos every single day? How much money that is? But then a part of me says, well, if they're not putting ads on your channel, they're not making money. So that's not really a wise decision, is it? So I don't think that was what happened, but man, we never know. It was probably just a glitch. But I feel they should at least come back to us and say, hey, your average, there's a certain amount they pay you. Every video gets paid different. Okay. Advertisers bid on your video. Okay, say they're going to pay 20,000 or $20 per 1,000 views. You get about $4 to $5 of that, sometimes a little more. You don't get much. But what are you going to do? It's YouTube. Well, they should at least average out what I normally get there and give me some of that. But they won't do that. Nothing I can do about it. I'll just move on. Keep the comments clean, guys, and they go right through. Like I said, sometimes they just go into the held section no matter what you do. Nothing I can do about it, but I am not liking the comments anymore because people assume I agree with that person because I put a heart next to it. I agree with that person, therefore I align with that person. And there's nothing further from the truth. Happy trails. Looks like them ants is getting them a little mushroom for breakfast. Look at this, guys. Just growing right on a tree here. That's pretty cool. Them ants seem to like it. They're making a condominium out of this mushroom. Tree shroom is what I'm going to call it. Yeah, it's fungi. It is very soft to the touch.